and my everythings. I hope that you all are doing well. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you would like to get notified anytime that new reads are being posted, please feel free to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so that you can get those notifications, okay? This read is going to be for Cancerians. Cancerians, I'm seeing that this is going to be a classic read for your sign. You may be in hermit mode right now, is what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing that the element fire is strongly influencing what's going on during the cycle of your read right now. The element fire has to obviously do with like passion, creativity, dialogue, vibration, stuff like that. The element fire is kind of like expressed in the western wind. I'm not necessarily seeing the western wind, well, a lot of it during the cycle of this read. However, I'm seeing a little bit of it. So take it as it resonates. Specifically with the element fire, the experiences that we have and interact with the element here on this planet are strongly influenced by the rotation of planets like Saturn and Mars, okay? So Saturn goes through an orbital cycle every either 11 or 30 years. Right. And Saturn specifically influences the learning of karmic lessons. So Saturn is the reason why you would be going through certain karmic things, learning from those karmic things, and also the reason why like you wouldn't be going through karmic things anymore, right? Saturn is all a part of that, as well as like I said, the planet Mars is also a part of the experience that we have with the element fire. So Mars influences politics and a sense of responsibility. So a sense of responsibility, politics, and karmic lessons, and boom, there you go with the western wind. With the element fire, and that comes in with the western wind. So let's get into the read. I'm seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson in regard to the process of partnership. So with the western wind, when it comes to the medicine wheel, the western wind also represents the lessons that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self as it is seeking security in the experiences that you go through in your life. So with the western wind specifically, it has to do with you being taught a lesson about processes, okay? So with the western wind, I'm seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the process of partnership in the regard to salsa dancing. So I don't know if you have like a Hispanic background, or if you do salsa dancing, take it as it resonates. I do know that in the heritage of salsa dancing, there is that sense of trusting the man to be the lead. Nonetheless, times change, you know, we do it our own kind of way nowadays. However, considering the fact that you are learning a lesson about the process of partnership, it can be about the relationship or the dynamic of leaning on masculine energy, or trusting a masculine energy to lead you, even in something as playful and innocent as dancing. That definitely teaches a lesson on a larger scale in life when it comes to our communities, our heritages, our cultures, okay? So take it as it resonates. I'm also seeing that the soul is teaching the spirit of true self a lesson in regard to partnership and community building when it comes to cell phones, like the usage of your cell phone, how you utilize it as a tool and a resource to be able to connect with others. And a little bit of the lesson that we learn is that, like, we actually pay or like exchange some type of energy for those connections, even the ones that technically we were born with, like being in communication with your mother or your father or your sister or your brother or people in your family. And it gets a little bit more rewarding like later on in life if you do have that kind of career where you could write off your cell phone bill because of, you know, how it serves in your business and stuff like that. Or if your job covers your communications and your cell phone bill. So yeah, you learn some lessons in society as it continuously changes about the tools and the resources and how we utilize these tools that, you know, are of the past to communicate about either the past or what's going on currently. And no matter what way you try to spin it, after you get off of that phone, what comes next is the future. So it just is, that's the truth. That's the clarity and the truth. And I don't know if that's a revelation that you came to, which is another thing that I'm seeing here in your spread, Cancerian. Though that's just one of those things that I learned. So take it as it resonates. I'm also seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self a lesson in regard to power with the southern wind. So specifically with this thing exactly, it could be the southern wind or it could also be the western wind. You have to take it as it resonates. Yeah, because with the southern wind, it has to do with the element earth, right? Though with the western wind, it has to do with the element fire, which is something that obviously is influencing the cycle of your read with that western wind in regard to process. Though specifically here during the cycle of this read, I'm seeing that the soul has been teaching the spirit of true self a lesson about the beach. So you may live by a beach, you may have some type of connection to the beach, or spirit is trying to send a message of asking you like if you are sure. Okay? Yes. Okay? That's just what I'm seeing. So I was also called to pull an angel card. With this angel card, I'm seeing success. And the angelic energy really, as I say sometimes in my reads, I only pull the angel cards if I see that there is some like karmic type of energy, or there's something negative or not so great that you may be going through. And then I pull on divine energy to try to give some type of clarity, so it's not just me that's giving you the information off of face value, right? Furthermore, this angelic energy is what led before any of the other parts of the read or the spread were even pulled. So this angel wanted you to know that you're destined for success. Okay? So the other things that I'm seeing in regard that are strongly connected to your read are there's a healing heart energy that I'm seeing, that the healing heart energy is what this is all about, as it's a classic read for you. So overall, I'm seeing that you're healing from a heartbreak, you're healing from or you did heal from some type of toxicity or addiction or abusive relationship. Okay. And then I'm also seeing that because you're leading with that healing heart type of energy, or that you healed from some type of heartbreak, toxicity, addiction, or abusive relationship, I'm seeing that it was a shock, the transformation that you went through, the change that you went through. And I'm seeing that it was a shock because it was a karmic relationship that you were in. So another thing that I read and saw earlier today that came across my timeline was like these demons are working really hard to try to tear you down, though they're not, going as hard on you as your angels are fighting to defend you. And so I'm just seeing, like, with that angel card that was like, let them know that they won, like their success, they achieved and they accomplished, or we achieved and we accomplished our ability to protect you and defend you. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's saying that there was a sudden change and a shock, like a surprise, that you healed from the heartbreak or the abuse or the toxicity or addiction that was going on in a karmic relationship. With that karmic relationship, I am seeing that maybe it was like super intense. Maybe there were some resentments or triggers associated with that kind of energy, though I am seeing that you're leading with that healing heart energy. And another thing is that, so whatever that karmic relationship was that you were in, the reason why it's such a shock is because maybe an entity or some type of energy that was coming from someone or something was using that codependency. They were using that possession, that control over you as a power tool. And this is the reason why I'm saying it to you now is because I'm seeing that it was hidden. Like, maybe in the past it was hidden from you, that this was being used as a power tool against you. Like, someone was pulling power, using power against you, or had some type of power over you, where you were in a codependent karmic relationship in the past and you were emotionally blocked off. Maybe there was some type of obsessiveness. And that's why I'm seeing that it's such a shock to maybe the world or the people that you know, or even that person or group or whatever it was. It's like a real big shock to them that you're not in this karmic cycle anymore. And I'm seeing that you're in this dragonfly energy. So this dragonfly and this key on the ring came together. So the key on the ring is a representation of the fact that you do have a bunch of options. Now, considering the fact, oh my gosh, this is giving me a revelation, and that's why I'm seeing this sword and rose card. Because I remember that when, like, there was a time when I proposed that there were, like, other options for the youth that I used to work with to be able to have other than doing toxic and abusive things, right? And I proposed to my team that if they had options of healthy things to do, then they would be less likely to do the not so healthy things, though they need access to those resources to be able to apply themselves, right? And it's just like it's coming full circle, because I proposed this for a group of, youth that had been displaced from their homes and were, like, abused as children and were going through, like, a lot of hardships. So just the fact that, like, it's kind of coming to the surface and very much so full circle, full service. I'm just seeing, like, wow. So that's why it just seems like that's why these people are shocked, or whoever it is shocked, because you're not addicted to their energy, you're not codependent on their energy, you don't need them, you probably don't even want them anymore, that kind of energy. And maybe this entity or energy thought they will always be able to feed off of you. And I'm saying that because, like I said, it is showing that whatever this addiction was, whatever this codependency was, possession, some type of control that this energy had over you, it was being used as a power tool. Okay? And one of those things that I'm seeing is coming from the southern wind is the beach. And so maybe just the fact that you had the option to ask if you're sure, like, are you sure that you want to do this? Or, you know, and because it was something that was like hidden, where in the past where like people weren't necessarily telling you that they were using something as a tool against you, that's kind of what I'm seeing, right? This power tools thing could also, baby, could be your cell phones. Your cell phones are resources and tools. So, I mean, during the cycle of this read, you could have been learning a lot. And you could have learned maybe that there was an obsessiveness with your cell phone. Take it as it resonates. I'm not saying that any of these things like were your consequence to something that you did wrong or an issue that you had. What I'm saying is that is just what I'm seeing. Some entity, some type of energy was using these things as a power tool against you because it anticipated that you would be codependent. It anticipated that you would be in some kind of way addicted or obsessive or reliant on it, right? It also anticipated that you would have up some type of emotional block, maybe to others, or close yourself off to others, or something like that. And what I'm seeing is that because you were led in a healing heart energy where you're healing from heartbreak, you're letting go of toxicity and addiction, you're healing from abusive relationships, you don't give anyone permission to be abusive towards you, and you know that in retrospect you're not being abusive to anyone else. It's a shock to the whole system that you're no longer a part of this karmic relationship. Okay? And so now you're in this dragonfly energy. This dragonfly energy is a representation of being lighthearted and adapting, finding things out, changing things, and, you know, stuff coming to the light and being able to heal from it. One of those things that comes to the light whenever you do overcome addiction is, or obsession or whatever, is the blinders to the fact that you do have other options when it comes to how it is that you express yourself and how it is that you can show up in the world. You don't just have to be this one person for the rest of your life. There's so many different things that you can do that contribute to what it is that you can be. And every day that you have the time and the opportunity to show up for yourself and express yourself is not a waste of time. It's given to you for a reason. So that's what I'm seeing with the key on the ring card. Where you could look at it from the aspect of something else. However, I'm not seeing this other thing that it's trying to say that it is. I'm just seeing that there's a presentation of like you being able to have something to choose from. You don't have to just do this one thing. You're not confined or enslaved to anything. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So good for you. So these specific emotions and the overall messages for the read are that someone is admiring you, or you may have an admiration for someone or something, for you not to be irritated, that there's some healing going on, that you may be feeling frisky, for you not to be shy, for you not to be fearful, for you not to feel embarrassed, and for you not to feel hostile. So another one of those cards that came out was Sword and Rose. And I find it interesting because with the Sword and Rose card, it really is a representation of clarity and truth, where things are coming full circle and revelations are, you know, leading you to that truth that you've been seeking. So like I did say in the beginning, this is a classic read for your sign. Though like I also said that I'm seeing that you may be in hermit mode right now, and the vibration is coming from the western wind. Like surely that you're in that energy of politics and responsibility, and like it says that you overcame a karmic relationship and you learned a karmic lesson, and it's a bit of a shock to all parties involved. Okay, maybe they was expecting you for you to overcome it in another lifetime. Regardless, you overcame it this lifetime, and the angels are saying that it's been a success. So with the Sword and Rose energy, I am seeing honor and protection and a sense of determination. So what I'm really seeing is that your angels may have been fighting against your demons, right? And so what I'm seeing is that your angels may have been fighting against your demons, and it's like not without your help though, right? Because you have to believe, you have to be in an energy of obedience to allow them to take on the battles for things that you can't see and that you don't understand. And in those moments, you also have to give yourself grace and operate in an energy of acceptance, especially when it comes to the interactions that you have with others. So even as you may have been irritated or feeling hostile or embarrassed or fearful and maybe even like withheld and shy, I'm also seeing that that could have been the result of like the fact that you were in an abusive relationship. Now, one thing that I can tell you that I have learned about spiritual entities is that when you do experience some type of trauma that comes from an external person, this person may have, or that person may have had some type of negative entity or attachment to them. And if you experienced it as a child, this influences how it is that you process the reality. And it's like that spirit processes the reality from childhood up until adulthood also with that same type of entity or negative spiritual attachment, and that's what creates the karmic relationship, right? And this is something that could have been established by the way of bloodlines or over lifetimes with inherited familial karmic cycles. However, all human beings are not made without God's source energy. So if it was your time to break free from that cycle and to overcome that challenge, then honey, it was just your time. You were able to break free from the karmic cycle, overcome it, and now you're in this dragonfly energy. You're just living life more lightly, and it's like I said in the beginning, it's that healing heart energy. So no one can take away what you've already had within you the whole time, and that's God's source energy that animates the whole thing. So good for you. If you're not familiar with how it is that I do my reads, I do them based on time that has been offered or is available to me for me to be able to share the message with you. So thank you. The time that have been offered to me is the Hierophant energy. Wow. The Hierophant energy is like someone that people submit to, Obviously someone that gets like a lot of honor, recognition, and it's an energy that was being offered to me spiritually in like a very mystical type of way. So thank you. And it's also being received as like not radical, not crazy, not like you didn't have no choice, or like you were like a spell was casted on you or something like that. Yeah, nothing crazy like that. What I'm seeing is, like I said, it was a spiritual offering. And it was a very mystical offering, so thank you. It could be like also an honor, so like I said, thank you. Then the energy that I see you in for the cycle of the read is the Eight of Rods. With this Eight of Rods energy, it is showing me that like you have all of the energy that you need to be able to get done what it is that's being asked of you and required of you. A good example of this is like, is your battery charged? Kind of energy. Like if you had like is your spiritual battery charged? Are you getting exhausted by certain things? And that's why I think that this angel energy came through like so strongly, because it's like there is success in your life, so we know that we have succeeded in that divine protection for you. There's this sword and rose energy, right, that speaks about clarity and truth, the revelations, the determination, the honor, and the protection. So that's giving more truth and justice to the fact that you are in this Eight of Rods energy. And I'm seeing that is super important for you to be in that energy, because you got stuff to do. You have a mission. There is a purpose over your life, and you being in that kind of energy is essential for what's going on in the world right now. You always have to remember that you have your own individual experiences. Yes, they are your own. However, at the same time, you are a part of something that is bigger than you, and everything that you do in your own individual life is serving a purpose to that bigger thing. Okay? So in the past positions or in the cycle of this read, I'm seeing that you were in the Ten of Cups energy, which is showing like you're being received as like very glorious, like happy, excited, celebratory, very delightful. Just a joyous moment that I'm seeing that you were having in your life, and you're not irritated by anything that you were experiencing. And this is towards the beginning of the cycle of the read. So then I'm seeing that there was a great truth that happened. Now with this truth, this could have been that revelation type of energy, where you're finding out and learning certain lessons about the process of partnership with the dancing, and the letting the man lead, as it is culturally one of those things that, you know, takes place in salsa dancing. And then maybe there was some type of truth about the cell phones, or, you know, the beach if you're from the shore, or if you are sure, you know what I mean? One of those kind of things. Whatever this Ace of Swords is a representation of the truth. So I'm seeing that the truth, you know how some people are like, yeah, the truth hurts. I'm saying that this truth did not hurt, it healed, right? You know that it healed because it shocked the out of everybody. And I don't know how else that I'm supposed to communicate or say that. Though that's exactly what I'm seeing. Like, it just shocked everybody. The transformation that you went through, it may have even shocked you, the transformation that you went through, or the truth itself is what shocked you, because you found out certain things about the reality of the relationships that you were in, the entities that have been haunting you. It's a whole thing, dude. So like the fact that you found all of that stuff out is that Ace of Swords energy, where like you found out the truth about everything. And You had to be led by this healing heart energy to begin with, though. So it is all happening in divine timing that God, had you in that energy. Like, you were really happy, feeling really glorious, celebratory, like I said, about where it is that you were in life, and very much so trusting God. The way that I'm seeing it is that God needed you to be in that energy, trusting Him, so that when He revealed the truth to you about what's really going on around you, you did not feel like you were abandoned. You knew who it is that you could trust and give your vulnerability to, and that will always be the creator of it all. Okay? So with that energy of acceptance, I am seeing that you were in the Eight of Swords reverse energy. The Eight of Swords reverse energy is showing me that maybe you felt like you didn't have anywhere to go. Maybe you felt like you were stuck, or that you were like confined or restrained, or what did it say? Blocked off. Because someone was using that tool. Someone was using your emotions against you. I'm just being transparent. Someone was using your emotions against you because they knew what your vulnerabilities were. They knew what it is that you went through. They knew how sensitive you were, all of that. And they used your emotions against you. Because it says power tools. And you know what's so funny? Is that, like, I'm also seeing, did you say something? Because I was ignoring you. It's like now that they know that they can't use your emotions against you because you're ignoring them, now they're losing their fucking mind. They're losing their minds now. It's like, how do you like it when it's you? That's what I'm seeing. Because then I'm seeing you in this energy and you just do. You're just like like I'm doing my own thing. It's like the Fool's energy is like very adventurous and spontaneous and whimsical, and I'm just gonna live my best life. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not addicted to you. I'm not codependent on you. I'm not obsessed with your energy. You can't possess me. It's like evil is sitting with evil and it don't know what to do with itself. Though, I'll tell you one thing, it can't use your emotions as a tool against you because you're ignoring it. So, you're being received in this Fool energy is like someone that's adventurous, and you letting the devils play with the devils, and the angels is obviously saying that it was a success. So you're being received in this energy. It's like very vibrant, savory, in your balanced in your divine masculine and feminine energy, and you're also being received as like cool and relaxed. So that's what I'm saying, like, these people try to use your emotions to trap you, and in that they end up trapping themselves. What a projection. So then towards the end of the cycle of the read, I'm seeing that you were in this Nine of Rods. You go, you. So in this Nine of Rods energy, I'm seeing you standing strong in the face of adversity, because that's really what that is. It's like you were adventurous. Like, how is it that I can defend myself? And I'm just seeing, obviously you trusted your angels to be able to protect you, or to give you the guidance on how to protect you. That I'm kind of seeing, this Nine of Rods energy, where it's like whatever information or protection it is that you have, you utilized it as a tool to defend yourself and stand strong in the face of adversity. no matter if you inherited certain challenges or codependencies or possessions or not. You are being received in this energy as like very wise, ancient. You have like an elder type of energy, and you're also being received as romantic. That is still giving me that healing heart energy. So it's just so funny, because it's like somebody or some group of people, whatever this energy is, they try to use your emotions against you and try to make you feel trapped by your emotions, right? And then it's almost like because they try to do that, they end up trapping themselves. And then even in that, you healed from and overcame whatever that karmic relationship was, and still made space to operate from an energy of love. And you know how they say, like, hurt people hurt people? I'm seeing like these people try to use your emotions to hurt you so bad so that you would become like them. And you was just happy as a clam. You're not bitter, you're not depressed, you're not angry, you're not frustrated, you're not irritated. You're not in an addictive or obsessive or any of that kind of energy. You're standing strong in the face of adversity because you know what's trying to come at you. And you're definitely being received as not damaged and healthy. You're being received as healthy. Because they were trying to make you dysfunctional. They were trying to make you unhealthy. And in return, they're the ones that are unhealthy. They're the ones that are dysfunctional. And so to you, Cancerian, I do say we don't wish harm on anybody. Right? So even if you may interact or come across people that are like that, send them love, light, and healing energy, because whatever is attacking them don't got nothing to do with you. That's your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your angels whooping their ass. And that's just facts. So just send them love, light, and healing energy and ask God to give them grace, because you're giving them grace. If there's a part, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know the whole Bible. So there is a part where they say something about like whatever you loose in heaven will be loosed here on earth. So if you're operating from an energy of this healing heart energy, and you're like, God, give them grace, you know, help them. Let me be very specific, like not praying on them, not hexing or cursing them, praying for them, that they receive peace of mind, that their heart becomes lighter, that they begin to understand the shadow work that needs to be done, because you did the work, right? So just ask God and your angels to stop beating their ass like that. Okay, let's talk about your future. It's looking bright. Just kidding, but really don't. So in your future, I am seeing the Five of Pentacles reversed. With this Five of Pentacles reversed, it's showing me that whatever losses that you encountered, you are able to move past it. You overcome it. I'm seeing recovery and like someone building back up from where they once lost everything. And I'm also seeing that like people are a little bit confused as to how it is that you're in this energy, because they're still in the damn shop. Like they're stuck in the misery that they created and tried to have you trapped in. That's what I'm seeing. They're confused. And then they're also like really attracted to you. You will be in this Five of Pentacles energy reversed, where it's like whatever it is that you lost in the past, you are recovering from it. You overcome those. You've already, you know what I'm saying, you went through the hardships. You're standing strong in the face of adversity. So you put yourself into a position where you come back from whatever your financial losses were in the past. Okay? And you're being received in this energy as a marvel, though at the same time people are really confused as to how it is that you're in this energy and why. And what I'm seeing is that it's because they keep expecting for you to be codependent on your emotions. So you're in the Five of Pentacles energy reversed, and whatever losses that you took, I'm seeing that you in that winning energy now. And then as far into your future as I can see, you're in the Two of Swords energy, where you are being led by your faith, not by necessarily everything that you see. You're walking by faith and not by sight. And you're being received as like a little bit shy, because you know you went through all the stuff that you went through. However, I'm seeing this Two of Swords energy where it is about trust. It is about trust. And I'm seeing like use your senses. Something about your sense. Every dollar and cent that is used or invested in building trust with you is important to you, is what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing you like in this Two of Swords energy, like not desperate. So what I'm seeing is someone that is like walking by faith and not by sight. Though you're not desperate to see what you already know may be a lie. So it's just like, why not walk by faith? You still got your sense of smell. You're shy. Though at the same time, like, you're being led by your clarity and truth, and whatever revelations that you've become aware of, they're your revelations. And you have a sense of honor and protection with this angel energy that says success. And I'm just seeing that you're determined to continue to trust God and to allow God to lead you, because give grace to the people that try to PREY on your vulnerabilities, like your emotions, and try to use that as a tool to make you feel trapped. Because what's going on with them is unfortunate. So have faith in the God that is good, that they'll see better days. Okay? Because you are. So, to you, Cancerian, I do send love, light, and healing energy. And I will see you all next time. Bye. Hey, my everythings. I hope that you all are doing well. So, we have a goal. Do you know how I do the service projects like American Red Cross, Habitat for Humanity, working with FEMA? I'm in the recruitment process for a new government service project. That requires relocation, and your girl needs some money. So if you or anyone that you know is willing to help in the support or the move I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe because we only have a few months. I know it's like a last minute ask, though this is something that we really need so that everything can go out and make a difference, okay? Thank you so much, and I appreciate you all for supporting the channels.